Hello, everybody. My name is Rena Ellert. I am the Digital Resources Librarian at Queens County ISD, and I'm here to talk to you about OERs. So I thank you for being here on your lunch break. We're going to make this quick. We can all get back to our work. So today we're talking about teaching using OERs. Those are open educational resources, and we would use them for effective and accessible teaching resources for progressive learning. Now, why do we want to use open education resources? Top answer, they're free. If it's free, it's money, that's great. And that helps the school districts because we're all on budgets. So this is a no-brainer right here. They can be personalized. They can be personalized for your classroom, for your content, for your students, and for your own teaching style. They promote collaboration between peers. So your teams of English teachers can work together. Your teams of math teachers can work together. And departments can collaborate and create their own works work together. They are accessible to everyone. All of our kids have Chromebooks. They're assigned one by the school. And these are all approved websites that the school has. So we should use them for sure. They provide access to a wider web of knowledge. It's not just us this information is coming from. It's coming from all around the country. It's coming from all around the world. And when we widen our base of knowledge like that, we are naturally widening our horizons and getting several different viewpoints. And finally, they grant access to continually improved resources. By the nature of the internet, changes happen immediately. So as information changes, as mistakes happen, so as those are encountered, they can be reported and they're immediately changed. Everything happens that fast. So our objective today in learning about OERs is to learn how to effectively use them and teach them. I'm teaching them to you in order to more efficiently teach our students and encourage information retention and a level of learning outside of school. That's all we want with teachers. I have chosen 3 of them that I think you'll find the most useful. Number 1 is Lesson Planet. That one is my personal favorite. Number 2 is OER Commons, and the last one we'll talk about is Pressbooks Directory. Lesson Planet it's a primary resource for teachers. They also have student resources, but you teachers will find this the most useful. They have lesson plan building tools. They have whole units to help you direct your lesson plans. They have calendar resources, what day of the week is it? What happened on this day in history? And all of their information is high quality and it's professionally curated by their mediated librarians. It teaches all manner of subjects, so many of them. Hits the basics, ELA, math, science, and social studies. And then it also hits career and technical education, social emotional learning, STEM, health and wellness, PE, visual and performing arts, and world languages, just to mention some of them. So how do we use Lesson Planet? These slides will be available to you after this little lunch and learn is done. And you'll be able to find them on the digital resources page for websites, whatever you might need. So we're going to minimize this so we can see Lesson Planet. Here's Lesson Planet right here. Already looks super cool, lots of bright colors, draws me in. I get it. So we're going to go up here to Discover. That's probably where you're going to want to start. You can search several different ways. We're going to start with discovering resources. And this is where you're going to search. So over here on the left, you have a multitude of search refinements. You can search by grade, which is probably going to be super important for you guys. Subject, also super important. Standards. Here you have accessibility, closed captions, transcript of speech, high contrast. And then included materials. All these are important for you guys. So here, let's do Let's do 7th grade math. Let's see what we get. So you have all different kinds. And this one, even, this has a unit plan. And what we can do with this, they also have a curriculum manager. So you can see over here on the right, you can see where the, let's add this new unit plan. So just hit the plus button, make that go away, and it goes over to your curriculum manager. So this is a collection that you created. All of your stuff is there for you to use. Here we have an AI teacher tool, and it will guide you in all of these different things that you might want to use for your question. Lesson plans, number one, you know, that it takes up a lot of time, and you guys, you want to spend that time with your students. So this is going to help you reach them in the best way for you and for them. Ideas, vocabulary, starters, and quick start activities. And the cool thing about lesson plan is the AI thing, for one. But my favorite, here we have browse resource directory, and you can browse here by subject. And these are almost just collections that you might want to check out. So my favorite is right here. It's the calendar, the curriculum calendar. Today is the 16th. So we have the Boston Tea Party, Capitol in 1773, and the Battle of the Bulge in 1944. So these happen, you could plan lesson plans around these things and sort of, guide your kids through history, via these things. Very cool, I think, very fun. And then one of the benefits of these OERs too is that you can have these lesson plans set up. And because they're free, your subs can use them when they know how to use a computer. And your kids don't have to miss out on work, and you don't get behind on your lessons. So let's go back to our slideshow. Next, we have OER Commons. It provides lesson plans, classroom guides, and open textbooks. This is, it does have lesson plan facilitations, but it's probably going to be more student driven. This one again has high quality, professionally curated resources. And these resources you can remix and change them to suit your needs and then upload them as your own content, provided you follow the copyright information that they have. And we'll go through that when we get to the website. You can search by multiple fields or view related collections, and this one includes adult resources. So how do we use OER Commons? Website available for you to browse. So we will leave Lesson Planet and go to OER Commons. So here we have our OER Commons. You can search by subject, keyword, education level, standard. And then you can refine your search with the advanced search here. And resources are also available with collections on this one. So here we have collections. Here there's a specific tab. So there's adult education right here that will take you right there if you're looking at that kind of thing. Open textbooks. That is, just your textbook resource if that's what you're looking for. So here you can remix on this one. You cannot remix on Lesson Planet, but you can remix on this. So what that means is that you can take content and you can, resources, you can change things and then add it back in as your own content, provided you're following the specific copyright information, which is laid out right here for you. So this is a Creative Commons license. And then if you have any, in here, you can filter by whatever you want. Education standards, let's see education level. let's do middle school math. All right, so educational use. So this one cannot be remixed. It is material only to be used and shared by educators for the purpose of instruction. And then here we have Creative Commons prohibits commercial use. So as a school, you'll be fine. You can use it, share it, and change it. So this is where the remixing comes in. You can change it and then upload it back. But as you can see here, you have to share back the content using the original Creative Commons license. So it has to be, the Creative Commons, not for commercial use. And then you can, again, share it back with the original license. So that's where that comes in. And I always say to, when in doubt, we're a school, so there's no commercial issue happening here. Just attribute the original creator. When in doubt, do that always. Okay, so here you can also connect with other educators using the groups function. Let's see, here we go, groups. So let's look at all the groups. So Hawaii knows what they're doing. They already have lots of groups here for their own use. And then there's STEM, there's again adult education, writing. So you can use these, but you can also create your own groups. So, the ISD as a whole, the school as a whole, your math department, the groups can be as specific or as large as you want them to be. But this means you guys can all share material amongst each other and bounce ideas off of each other. It's very helpful for, sort of this group. It takes a village mentality. All right, I moved my bar again. Bar keeps getting. All right, so the last one we're going to talk about is going to be Pressbooks Directory. This is an offshoot of Pressbooks. Make sure you're in the directory, not the Pressbooks only website. This website provides textbooks only. So if you don't have a lot of supplemental material, you could use this website by itself. I would probably use it as supplemental material, either with Lesson Planet or OER Commons or whatever else you choose to use. And here, the search functions are a little limited, but you should still be able to find what you need. And then their search function is a little hinky, so we'll get into that when we get to the website. So again, how do we use Pressbooks Directory? There's your URL, pressbooks.directory. So if you end up on the Pressbooks page instead of the directory, so here I am on the Pressbooks page, you can go to products here at the top and Pressbooks Directory. So it's as easy as that if you end up just Googling it and figuring it out from there. So here is your Pressbooks landing page. So it says here, 7,682 open access books, a lot of textbooks. You'll be able to find some great questions if you need it. So you can search by, here's our search function. You can search by initial keyword, but I would recommend using these filters. So this is where the search function gets a little crazy. This search here, it's a metadata search. So it's going to search author, title, publisher. It's going to search that specific metadata content and the implicit Boolean operators and. So if you use more than one word, it's going to say, open education, open and education. So it will only return results with all of those words in them. And you can use quotation marks to search for specific keywords. And you can also use a minus sign as a not operator. But I would go down here and use these to search. So subject, they have 1,000 subjects, which I think is a little crazy. But I mean, you can search subject here and that could be fine. But here I'm going to I'm going to do biology and life sciences. So you click the check mark, do that. Yes, there we go. And it will give you your options. I have not yet found a way to narrow these by grade level, but you can read them and read these little blurbs here and figure out if they will suit your purposes. And then they also have the copyright information here. So make sure you always follow that information before you use the content or share the content for sure. So the cool thing about this though is these H5P activities. So these are just textbooks, but if it says this one has 147 H5P activities, that means they're interactive activities. So they're quizzes or flashcards or something that goes along with the textbook content. All right, so that is all of the information in those 3 OERs that we've shared. So in summary, these OERs provide amazing opportunities for both students and teachers. They can sustain distance learning. If a kid is sick, they can't miss work or they don't want to miss it, they can do it from home. Teachers can supply this material for their subs so teachers don't miss their work or get behind in the lesson plans. It gives teachers platforms to work and collaborate with each other. It promotes education in all its forms. There are videos, images, textbooks, games. It increases accessibility. All of those websites had accessibility options with captions, text-to-speech, high contrast. It increases enrollment and graduation rates simply because of financial burden. All of these things are free. The school is already providing them with a Chromebook. So there are no financial hurdles with this specific type of learning. And because of that, there are no financial stumbling blocks for kids to drop out of school or, not take SAT, ACT prep because it's all, you can find it all here on these OERs. And then finally, it's scalable and can be applied to all types of learners. It can apply to visual learners, hands-on learners, some of your kids that, as you're with them long enough, you figure out sort of what makes them work. So you can find that kind of stuff on all of these OERs. Okay. You can find my references here. Again, these slides will be available on the digital resources page. And I just want to thank you for showing up with me. And you can email me at Queen City ISD if you have any questions, if you want to talk anything out. And I really appreciate you being here with me. Thanks so much. Bye.